I'm happy today. You know why? I've been waiting to get my grubby hands on this mod for a few weeks now. I got jump scared with a clip on Twitter of Sonic actually looking bendy and super fluid, and I was like, am I Frontiers? Seriously, look at this low-speed running animation, dude. His shoes stretch like Sonic Adventure, and his feet make an arc that's similar to like the circle shape he makes when he's running at max speed in the classic games. This has so much sauce. Even look at his idle pose right now, dude. Look how I compose this with bro just sitting in the wind all stoic-like. He's even got his idle animation from Unleashed, which is so cool because it really leans into how athletic Sonic is. His Frontiers idle animations were really cool too, don't get me wrong, but you just can't beat the classics sometimes, man. And speaking of classics, that's a super classic idle animation from literally like Sonic CD. My favorite part of Mello's Reanimated Frontiers mod is how it gets Sonic. It gets Sonic's art direction. It gets his proportions. Because all they're really doing at the end of the day is refitting Frontiers to do things that Sonic has already done in other forms of media, like 2D artwork and other promotional stuff. Like, he's still doing his exact same fists by his side pose from base Frontiers and Forces, except this time his posture is fixed, so he looks a lot taller than he usually does, because his legs aren't bent like they are in vanilla Frontiers, and I don't know, his arms just sit by his side better? He just looks so much taller, but I can reassure you right now, this is the vanilla Frontiers model, and just the way that he stretches parts of the model to make it fit Sonic's bendy nature from past games, it's so cool. Like, again, this low-speed running animation, this just looks exactly out of Sonic Colors' title screen. It's so refreshing seeing him run at multiple speeds and having his arms do different things depending on how fast he's really truly going. Like this, he's just taking a stroll, he's taking a jog, but then when he wants to kick it up a notch, his arms are blown back by the wind, and the shape of his feet make another shape. It almost looks like the figure 8 from the 2D artwork, dude. And his feet stretch so far in front and behind him. It really shows you the distance that his feet have to travel at going at these kinds of speed. I can't get over how it just looks like he's almost doing the figure 8 in a 3D animation. What good use of his model. The main thing is, like, this just gets Sonic. Like, look at this. You're telling me that that isn't just an unnecessarily cool anime drop? Oh wow, they even changed his crouch to be like the classic crouch. That's actually so funny. It's interesting as well because his vanilla crouch animation already looks really cool, but it was actually pretty similar to his boost wind-up animation, which they also changed in this. Like, my dude is not messing around. That felt right out of a cutscene, but this is all of my own volition. This is just how the game plays now. Oh, speaking of which... his battle idol gives no shits, and you can tell. Look at that Nike-ass smirk. Even his parry whiff is expressive. It's telling you, man, I don't know why the hell you thought that would work. We all know how free-flowing Sonic is. But don't worry, so does this mod. He just flips and glides like it's nothing. It's so cool! Bro, and his new Sonic Boom as well, he's like spinning in a circle instead of just kicking his legs really fast. It's like the absolute power in his legs are forcing him to spin really fast. And of course, we gotta give love to the 06 enjoyers. Does this Goku Dragon Ball powering up ass pose remind you of Peak? Because it sure does to me. I don't know, I just always love the way that he positions his arms and looks up in the sky when he's launching in Sonic 06. Just makes everything feel more important than it probably actually is. Like, come on, isn't this the shot of a lifetime? Be honest. Be honest, do you like my photography? Be honest. One of my favorite parts about Sonic's portrayal in his comics is you get to see still frame art. So you get to see so much of his expressiveness when he's doing insanely dangerous things. You think he gives a shit that he's jumping off of a rail? The way he does a side flip off of the rails, too. New cross slash is definitely a highlight. It's like the sheer force coming out of his one arm is pushing his whole body through the air. This makes so much sense, I forgot the old one even existed, I'm not gonna lie. Even the impact of his homing attacks feels so much harder now. It's so cool because they try to overhaul so many things to make him look cool in anime and shonen. Like, come on. But they don't forget to keep in a lot of his old classic mannerisms. You are not escaping. I'll be taking that. It's just like the way he moves in the animations makes my own movement feel so much slicker. It feels like Sonic's freestyling as he goes along. No real plan. Not gonna lie, I kind of feel like a kid playing with my action figures right now, because I get to do cool stuff like this. Yeah, that's right, I'm Sonic himself. In real life. Even the way he positions his arms while climbing upwards, it looks like the gravity is pushing him down while he runs as fast as he does. It's so cool. I love the way that he kind of grabs the rail as a way of, like, positioning himself better and not falling off. Even when he does bend his knee during his idle animation, it still looks better than when you would stand on flat ground and he'd bend both of his knees anyway. He looks like he can handle anything, because the writing got him pretty good in this game. If he has a problem, he'll simply solve it. He is simply that guy. But now, his posture and his body language also illustrate that perfectly well. This is kind of a niche thing, but when I do a stomp into a spin dash, it makes a lot more sense now because he's already curled. I love it. When he boosts, he starts leaning a bit on the rails, like Adventure Era. Definitely a bit more of a balancing act now. It's pretty cool. This is actually very similar to his 06 pose, if not just actually his 06 pose. As somebody that has nearly 400 hours on this game, I'm so happy I can play with a fresh coat of paint and feel fluid in a different way than I usually was. The interesting thing about this mod, much like Smash, he chooses to fight with the strength of his legs, and there's so much unique uses for when he curls up in a ball. The cool thing about the versatility of this mod is that you can use it literally anywhere. The open world, or cyberspace, or wherever the hell. And by the way, Rule of Cool stacks, which of course means I get to feel like the coolest person ever while playing the coolest level in this game. The final tower climb. Sorry, Master King. Looks like I'm going hard after all. You think he was impressed? Target acquired.